The Movie Preview Critic. Informing and entertaining your movie world.
Welcome to August, the month where all the movies that were afraid to get their box office asses kicked by The Dark Knight have crammed the release schedule, hoping to pick up whatever leftover profits the Kick Crusader hasn't already vacuumed up. The month starts off with Lionsgate and the legendary mind of Clive Barker. Here, he brings us the tale of a New York photographer, played by that guy from the first few seasons of the hit show Alias. He shows his pictures to Brooke Shields, who tells him that they suck, and that he should grow some balls and take some great pictures, alright, damn it? So he rides the subway, sees a hottie get killed, takes pictures, and goes to the police, who wonder why he took pictures instead of trying to stop the crime. Then he's forced to solve this murder, horror, gore mystery by trapping the maniac aboard the Midnight Meat Train. And yes, that title totally sounds like it should belong to a gay porno. And speaking of porn, Universal brings us CGI money shot after CGI money shot in this special effects orgy as Brendan Fraser returns to his role as a poor man's Indiana Jones substitute, who once again has to defeat a reanimated ancient evil mummy thing. This time it's in the form of Jet Li. Order the biggest bucket of popcorn you can find, cause this may be the ultimate popcorn movie of the summer. This one's ordered light on character and heavy on the action. But be warned, Steven Sommers, creator, writer, and director of the first two Mummy installments, is only producing here. And in his place behind the camera is Rob Cohen, director of Triple X in the Jamie Foxx fest known as Stealth. Knowing that, you decide your fate when it comes to The Mummy, Tomb of the Dragon Emperor. Touchstone Pictures tries to capitalize on the election year zeitgeist with this story about Kevin Costner. And no, he's not gonna play baseball anywhere in this movie, but he will be fishing, skeet shooting, and throwing around the pigskin. Here, he plays a guy who doesn't give a about being part of the American democratic process. But after his daughter registers him to vote, he f***s it up, creating some irregularity in his vote, which unbelievably is the one that's gonna determine the election. Now the two candidates have to win him over. So instead of bribing him with girls, beer, and money, they do like 60 minutes of goofy shit. It should be funny, and actually looks like it's trying to send a message about how corrupt politics are and how cynical and apathetic voters are. It definitely looks Norman Rockwell Americana and tastes pretty cheesy. But if you're in the mood for an inspirational story that doesn't involve a caped superhero, check out the totally predictable and good-hearted Swing Vote. Columbia Pictures combines the awesome comedy skills of Seth, I'm in every f***ing comedy movie Rogen, with the acting skills of, hey, didn't that dude play Harry Osborn in the Spider-Man movies? To bring us this marijuana high-flying adventure about a weed smoker who witnesses a crooked cop kill someone, drops his super rare roach at the scene, which is found by the cop and traced back to the dealer. Now Son of the Green Goblin and Knocked Up are on the run, trying to stay alive and maybe along the way, bringing the dirty cop to justice. If you've been waiting for Caucasians to take back the stoner buddy movie from Harold and Kumar, who took it from How High, who borrowed it from Half-Baked, who took it from Bill and Ted after they stole it from Cheech and Chong, then hop on board the Pineapple Express. Warner Brothers presents some role modeling for girls too young for the materialistic, relationship-obsessed Sex and the City lifestyle, and too old for the childish adventures of Nancy Drew and Kit Catteridge American Girl. It's a sequel to the popular book series and 2005 movie about four girls that find a pair of magic jeans that fit them all perfectly, even though they all have different measurements. These pants keep them bonded, and here, in the continuing adventures, they mature, find love, and their unique talents, and maybe even wash these pants, because come on, four people sharing the same pants over a handful of years, that could get pretty nasty. Even if the pants are dirty, the intention here is clean and wholesome. If you want some female role modeling that doesn't involve a slut-in-training philosophy, then check out Sisterhood of the Traveling Pants 2. DreamWorks presents Ben Stiller's latest written and directed project, most likely inspired by the night he treated himself to a mini-movie marathon of Bowfinger, Platoon, Delta Farce, and Bamboozled. Then he fell asleep and dreamt of a movie that combined all four ideas. About actors starring in a war movie who are actually dropped off in a real war zone and secretly filmed by a director and his crew. Robert Downey Jr.'s fearless comedic gamble should be enough motivation for you to see the almost guaranteed laughs of Tropic Thunder. N-Wave Pictures, whoever the that is, found this idea in the Pixar garbage can. Take the recently released Space Chimps, take the monkeys out and replace them with flies, throw in some 2001 homages, and voila, you have this cookie cutter, it's got insects and CGI, so it should make a shitload of money tale called Fly Me to the Moon, cause we all know there ain't any original ideas left here on Earth. Overture Films, I don't know who they are either, and the kid jumping into the water off of a dock entertainment share the story about a cynical dude played by Luke Wilson, who one day discovers people praying to the wall of his house. He learns there's a water stain of Jesus on the stucco, and even more amazingly, it's creating miracles, making this mute girl talk, and getting Luke some lady action. It seems like a nice balance of yin to the the superhero action movie yang of the summer movie season. If you want to feel inspired about the possibility of miracles and like movies with messages, then see Henry Poole is Here. Wow, that's kind of a shitty title. 20th Century Fox unleashes the latest J-horror wannabe. Get ready for Jack Bauer and his family to walk around in their house with the lights out, turning doorknobs slowly and acting nervous as they wonder what household item is cursed. Is it a cell phone or the television? Maybe it's the computer and internet. No, it's the mirrors. Warner Brothers reveals a peek into the latest Star Wars video game. This time, what? It's not a video game? It's an animated movie? In theaters? Chronologically, it takes place between Attack of the Clones and Revenge of the Sith? Wait, it's an animated movie, as in not live action. Are you sure this is not a video game? Okay, well, I guess anything Star Wars on the big screen is worth seeing, but it seems kinda weird because it's not live action. Are you sure? What's it called? The Clone Wars? Okay, sounds good enough. MGM may have technology that reads the minds of male moviegoers because this film grants a few of that demographic's fantasies. First, to have a movie where Scarlett Johansson kisses another girl. Second, to have a movie where Penelope Cruz kisses another woman. And three, the ultimate scenario, to have a movie where Scarlett Johansson and Penelope Cruz make out. And just to make it really kinky, why not throw in Llewellyn Moss from No Country for Old Men? Do we really need to review the story here? Let's just watch this scene. Now, if you want to see that on a 70-foot screen, bring your lotion and Kleenex to Vicky, Cristina, Barcelona. 20th Century Fox promotes Rainn Wilson from character actor to star in this comedy about a middle-aged uncle who was once in an 80s rock band and is called out of retirement to help his nephew's band play the prom. During an internet chat video room rehearsal, he plays drums naked and the footage is linked onto the net. It becomes a big viral hit and the band becomes popular. If you like hijinks and 80s retro references, then bang your heads to The Rocker. Universal remakes the 1975 Roger Corman cult classic Death Race 2000, which apparently means taking all the interesting out. Gone are the cool car designs and weapons that inspired video games like Spy Hunter. Gone is a political social satire, and gone is any suspense about the story, cause this preview pretty much reveals all the twists and turns. They could have called this one Prison Driver's Ed, but instead, we'll have to settle for Death Race. Don't say Columbia doesn't answer fan mail, cause here, they've heard the call for yet another sequel to Legally Blonde. This time, Reese Witherspoon. Wait, what the f***? Where is Reese Witherspoon? What? This isn't Legally Blonde 3? Who? Anna Faris? Oh, she was in Scary Movies 19 through 27, so what the f*** is this one about? Let me check my notes. Okay, Hugh Hefner kicks the Playboy bunny out because she's too old, so she goes to college, joins a sorority, and teaches the girls how to get what they want in life by exploiting their physical attributes. And there's what? A positive message? Oh, the Playboy bunny uses her brains instead of her body to get a boy. So the genre here is fantasy, right? This movie is basically what would happen if Legally Blonde got Sydney White drunk and they both hooked up with Old School and Revenge of the Nerds. And what's it called? The House Bunny? Man, this job gets more depressing every month. What's the next release? Another feel-good coming-of-age sports movie? It is? You're Hey, who's in it? Ice Cube? Okay. You know what? I'm gonna give it the benefit of the doubt, because I'm a fan of Ice Cube. Or at least the Ice Cube that had movie balls when choosing starring roles. MGM has patched together a new version of the Underdog movie. This time, Ice Cube is an ex-football player down on his luck. His niece is a smart and talented student-athlete who one day discovers she can throw the football like a pro. So, she tries out for the team, makes it, and has to prove that she's tough enough to belong. Basically, it's Bend It Like Beckham. Throw in a little bit of Rookie of the Year, and it'll have a positive message that'll make you feel good. So why not? You might be entertained by this cliche known as the Longshots. Overture Films releases this Bourne Identity-ish spy action chase thriller about a bomb expert working as a mole in a terrorist group. After some bombings, the CIA starts to think he's joined the enemy. Is Don Cheadle a patriot working to bring the terrorists down, or is he a traitor? 20th Century Fox didn't realize Vin Diesel's 15 minutes of fame ended a half hour ago when they agreed to greenlight August-only sci-fi story about a low-talking mercenary who takes a job transporting a woman from Russia to China because she carries a hidden power within her. It's kind of like The Fifth Element without Bruce Willis. When you ask for your ticket at the box office, remember, don't say Riddick Part 3. This one's called Babylon AD. MGM takes us on a coming-of-age journey with that chicken little dude from American Idol from a couple years ago, and this other guy who looks disturbingly like a John Candy clone. It's basically Superbad Part 2, and that means beer, girls, and parties. But it's not from the makers of Superbad, so don't expect too much, and you might be surprised by college. It appears Lionsgate doesn't like the audience that much because it tortures us with yet another spoof from those guys who brought us Meet the Spartans, an epic movie. It doesn't even look like they're trying here, as they spoof Hancock, Iron Man, Sex and the City, Juno, and for some reason Hannah Montana. If the movie is as bad as the preview, there's only one way to describe it. Disaster movie. Focus Features hopes to deliver the sleeper comedy of the year. It focuses on a not-so-talented high school drama teacher that organizes a not-so-politically correct sequel to Shakespeare's Hamlet. It probably won't make a lot of money, but let's give the filmmaker some credit for presenting Shakespeare to modern-day audiences in Hamlet 2. Wow, now that was a load of movies. You got a lot of choices, movie lovers, so make wise decisions, because in the long run, Hollywood gives audiences more of what they pay for. And until next time, long live good movies!